Hello friends, once again I am here to deliver my fourth lecture on the solid state, class 12 chemistry. Students, I hope whatever I have discussed on the previous classes, you have prepared everything. Whatever the homeworks I have given, you did. You know, in solid state, whatever I have discussed in previous classes, just for recalling, whatever we have discussed, in cubic crystal system, the primitive or simple cubic structure, the relation between the edge length of the cube, radius of the sphere and the nearest neighbor distance. This is the relation whatever we have discussed on previous class, and the derivation also I have done. Then Z means number of atom per unit cell is 1 for simple cubic. Thereby whatever we have calculated, the packing efficiency, that is what is the percentage of volume of the unit cell that are occupying by the spheres, that is atoms. You know, 52.4% spaces are occupied by the atoms in simple cubic, thereby 47.6% voids. So this type of packing is not efficient solids. There will be lot of voids, 47.6% void. That means that is not the rigid solid. There are a lot of voids. Whatever we have discussed, another type of the crystal system, that is the BCC, body centered cubic structure, where the atoms are located at the corners of the cube and at the body center of the cube. You have discussed. In BCC, the relation between edge length, radius of atom, we have derived that. The nearest neighbor distance and radius of atom, Z equal to 2, that is there are 2 spheres per unit cell in BCC structure, and the packing efficiency in earlier case that was 52.4%, and in this case it is 68%, that is much packing than simple. Okay, so this is the more efficient solid as compared to simple or primitive structure, but still there are void 32%. Okay students, the third case is FCC, highly efficient packing structure in solid crystals, all metallic crystals or all ionic solids. Generally this type of packing is found, FCC. Zinc, magnesium, copper, silver or any ionic structure, zinc blende, sodium chloride, all solid structure generally having FCC packing, where the relation between A, R, D, etc. given, and these are very important for numerical problems. Generally what numerical problems are coming in board exam as well as in competitive examinations. So in FCC structure, the relation between A, R, D is given. The number of sphere per unit cell is 4. 4 sphere in one unit cell. You know, the crystal lattice, the smallest unit, that is the unit cell, that is repeated over and over again in 3 dimension to form a 3D lattice, 3-dimensional lattice structure. The simple structure, simple unit cell, FCC, having 4 sphere per unit cell, we have derived in the previous class. In this structure, the packing efficiency, that is 74% spaces of the unit cell are occupied by the atoms. Much packing, and 26% void or empty spaces. That is, highest packing is 74%. You can't, 100% packing is not possible. Every solid structure, whatever we let, diamond is very hard, you know. Any hard material may be, solid structure may be, still there are 26% void. Highest packing is 74%. So in FCC structure, highest packing 74%, void is 26%. And student, write down this carefully. These are the important relations useful for numerical problems. Okay, so I am writing this. You write down. These are very useful relations for numerical problems. Okay students, so today we will discuss about packing, how the atoms or spheres are packed together to form the rigid structure in 3 dimension. Generally atoms are considered as spherical. So whatever the spherical atom, just look like a cricket ball. Let lot of cricket ball you want to pack closely. So what are the various way of packing of the spherical atoms to form a rigid solid structure? There are various types of close packing. So write down, today we will discuss about close packing in solids. Very important. Close packing in solids. How the atoms, spherical atoms are packed together in solid structure. in two dimension, let in a plane how the spherical atoms to be packed. In two dimension, two-dimensional packing. There are two types of two-dimensional packing. One is square close packing. Write down very carefully, square close packing. Another one is hexagonal close packing. What is square close packing? Let spherical atoms are packed in such a way like that. Atoms are closely packed with each other, spherical balls. This is the first line of the atom. Second line like that. Third line of spherical atoms like that. They are touching to each other in this way. So look at this. In this type of close packing, in two-dimensional packing, look at this. Let's consider this atom, this central atom, this spherical atom. This is in contact with what? This one, this one, this one, and this one. So every atom in this type of close packing in two dimension, that is in contact with four other spheres in two dimension in one plane. So whenever you will join the center of the two sphere like that, it looks like a what? Square. That's why this type of close packing in two-dimensional packing, this is called square close packing. Okay, students? So in this square close packing, look at this. Each atom, each sphere is in contact with four other spheres. So in close packing, the number of spheres nearest neighbor which are in contact with every sphere, this number is known as coordination number. Write down very carefully. So the coordination number of this type of two-dimensional packing is equal to 4. Very important. Because each atom is in contact with four other spheres in two dimension, so coordination number is 4. Okay? Now look at the another type of two-dimensional close packing, that is hexagonal close packing. Look at this. In two dimension, the spherical atoms may be closely packed with each other in this way. The second line of atoms may be placed here. The spherical ball will be filled up with the depression of the first line. This is a depression. On the second line, the spherical atom will be packed on the depression of the first line, like that. The third line will be placed here. Fourth line will be placed here. This type of packing may be possible in two dimension. So clearly visible that as compared to this packing, this is more closely packed. The void will be less. This is more efficient packing in two dimension as compared to square close packing. So students, look at this clearly. In hexagonal close packing, why it is called hexagonal close packing? Because in this packing, look at this. Any atom, let's consider this atom. This sphere is in contact with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spherical balls are in contact with this atom, this sphere. Okay? So join the center of 6 spheres. Look at this. It looks like hexagon. That is why this type of close packing in two dimension is called hexagonal close packing in two dimension. So clearly visible here, the coordination number will be 6. Why? Each atom is in contact with 6 spheres in two dimension. So the coordinate number is 6. So these are the two dimensional close packing in. Okay, students? So the much important is three-dimensional packing. That is very important for our curriculum, because in solid structure generally the atoms are packed to each other in different layers. This is the general layer. There will be first layer, second layer, third layer. Okay, at bottom also. So layers of atom will be filled up with each other three-dimensionally to form a 3D lattice. So three-dimensional packing is much important for our curriculum, for our syllabus. So in 3 dimension, what are the different types of close packing? In 3D, generally there are 2 types of close packing in 3 dimension. One is HCP, hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension. Students, in 2 dimension also HCP is there, that is 2 dimension, in one layer only. But in 3D, there will be separate layer. First layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer, 3D packing. So in 3D packing, there also a third HCP, hexagonal close packing. Another one is CCP, cubic close packing. So these are the very useful packing in 3 dimension. But student, you must remember both HCP, CCP in 3-dimensional packing, both are equally efficient. That is, packing fraction, packing efficiency is 74%. Very important. The way of packing are different, but the packing efficiency is 74%. Both HCP, CCP, 3-dimensional packing equally efficient. 74% packing is there. Both are equally efficient. Void are there 26%. Both CCP and HCP. The way of packing in 3 dimensions are different, but the packing fraction, packing efficiency, void, etc. same. So very important. So I will discuss in details what is HCP and what is CCP. Let us proceed. Students, first of all, we will discuss about HCP in 3 dimensions. There will be different layers in 3D. In HCP, whenever the second layer will come on the first layer, spherical balls will be put it on the first layer in such a way that the spheres of the second layer will be put it on the depression of the first layer directly. So the first layer and the second layer will be different. If the first layer is called A layer, capital A layer, the second layer the balls are put it on the depression of the first layer, thereby the second layer will be different layer, that is called B layer. Okay? In third layer, whenever the spherical balls are put it on the depression of the second layer, then it seems that the third layer is the similar to the first layer. The fourth layer will be similar to the second layer. Then first layer A, second layer B. Third layer will be again A. It is similar to first layer. So AB, next A, again B, AB layers will be there. This type of packing is HCP. Just I am for your clarification. Look at this very carefully. Students, this is the first layer A. Layer A, first layer. Now the spherical balls you put it on the second layer. Then the balls of the second layer, sphere of the second layer will be put it on the depression of the first layer. Let here, like that. Directly like that. The second layer will be, each sphere will be put it on the depression of the first layer. That is, the second layer is different to first layer. So second layer is B. Different layer. Then the third layer, the spherical atom will be put it on the depression of second layer. Then it seems the first layer and the third layer will be similar layer. So again A. Fourth layer will be similar to B. Like that. This is called AB type of arrangement of atoms. This type of packing results HCP, hexagonal close packing. Still there will be voids. Empty spaces. But the packing efficiency will be 74% packing. Packing efficiency 74%. But still there are voids. Okay? The unit cell of this HCP, write down very carefully, unit cell of this HCP 3-dimensional lattice is called HCP Z equal to 6. Means number of sphere per unit cell in HCP equal to 6. 6 spheres per unit cell. You have to remember. Okay. The packing efficiency will be 72% packing. Hexagonal close packing. AB arrangement. Okay. Generally, metals like zinc, magnesium, etc. they crystallizes in HCP arrangement. Generally. Okay. There are a lot of examples are there. So, voids are how much? 26% voids present in HCP arrangement, whatever be the rigidity. There are two types of voids. Always remember, students, there are two types of voids. One is Write down very carefully. Octahedral boids. Another one is tetrahedral boids. Write down very carefully. Whatever be the packing, 74% packing, highest packing, still 26% spaces of the unit cell are empty voids. These voids are two types generally, octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids. What are the octahedral and tetrahedral voids? We'll discuss now. I am discussing, just wait. So, number of tetrahedral voids and number of octahedral voids, how many? In one unit cell, there are a general formula. You have to remember this formula. I will discuss what are octahedral voids, what are tetrahedral voids I am discussing. Just wait. But there is a formula that how many tetrahedral voids, how many octahedral voids in one unit cell. Remember, octahedral voids, number of octahedral voids in a unit cell is equal to value of Z. Z means in unit cell of SCP, Z equal to 6. Z equal to 1 for simple or primitive structure. Z equal to 2 for body centered cubic structure. Z equal to 4 for face centered cubic structure. Z equal to 6 for SCP structure. Mind it. Write down very carefully. So, whatever be the value of Z, the number of octahedral void is equal to the Z. So, in SCP Z equal to 6. So, number of octahedral void in SCP structure equal to Z is equal to 6. Very important. So, how many octahedral void in SCP? 3-dimensional packing? 6 octahedral voids. Z equal to 6. Number of atoms per unit cell 6. Number of octahedral void per unit cell also 6. Number of tetrahedral voids in SCP, the formula is 2Z. Always remember, twice of the Z is the number of tetrahedral void in a crystalline structure in 3D. So, 2Z means 2 into, what is the value of Z? 6. That is 2 into 6. That is 12. There are 12 number of tetrahedral voids in this unit cell SCP. So, this 12 plus 6, 18 voids together occupy 26% in unit cell. And the 74% volume of the unit cell is occupied by the atoms and 26% spaces of unit cell are voids, and these voids comprise of 6 octahedral voids and 12 tetrahedral voids. Together 18 voids, totally 26% space volume of the unit cell that are voids in SCP or in 3-dimensional structure. Generally, zinc, magnesium, metal crystallizes in form. There are more examples. You should follow your reference book, etc. Okay, students? I hope you understand everything about SCP structure, SCP packing in 3 dimensions. The second one is what? CCP. Already I have mentioned the CCP structure. Students, important packing in 3 dimension. There are 2 important packing in 3D. SCP, already I have discussed. The another one is CCP. CCP. What is the full form of CCP? CCP means cubic close packing. In short form, CCP. Cubic close packing. CCP. CCP packing is also known as ABC. ABC. ABC type of packing. So clearly visible that first layer, second layer, third layer, different layers, but the fourth layer will be similar to first layer. Look at this. Fifth layer will be similar to second layer. Sixth similar to third layer. In this way, ABC, 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 layer of packing in 3D. That results CCP packing. Okay. What are the, how the atoms are packed like that? Like this, these are the spherical balls. Look at this. Like that. 2 dimension. One layer. The second layer will be like that. Let the depression of the first layer is filled up by 3 balls in this way. Similarly, like that. In this way, second layer will be put at. So, first layer is A, second layer different. Similarly, third layer again different. Then fourth layer will be similar to the first layer. In this way, ABC, ABC type of packing will result CCP arrangement. So, this is another close packing in 3 dimension. There are also 74% packing efficiency, equally efficient. In HCP also 74% packing. The way of packing are different, but the packing efficiency 74% spaces are occupied by the spherical atoms. The void equal to 26%. Both are equal, mind it. Both CCP, HCP equally efficient. Okay, the way of packing are different. The unit cell, mind it, the unit cell of CCP packing is also called FCC. Means in CCP packing, ABC type of packing of the layers of atoms, the unit cell found in the structure that is similar to face-centered cubic. Already we have discussed in earlier class. FCC, face-centered cubic. What is the value of Z? You know, in FCC value of Z equal to 4. So in CCP, in HCP, similar arrangement, value of Z means 4. Means number of atom per unit cell is 4. These are the packing efficiency. These are the voids. Z equal to 4. And relation between A, R, D, etc. already I have discussed. Today also I have recalled. Okay. So there are 26% voids. Just like earlier case, there are two types of voids. What? Octahedral voids. Already I have mentioned. Octahedral voids equal to what? Z equal to 4. Tetrahedral voids. Write down very carefully, students. Tetrahedral voids equal to 2Z, that is 2 into 4, that is 8. So in CCP, that is FCC, Z equal to 4. The formula for number of tetrahedral voids, 2Z equal to 8. Number of octahedral voids, Z equal to 4. So 8 plus 4, that is 12 number of voids occupy 26% space of the unit cell. This general formula you have to remember. Okay, write down very carefully, students. So just now I will discuss what are octahedral voids, what are tetrahedral voids. Number of tetrahedral void, number of octahedral void in the unit cell I have given through formula. But still now I have not discussed about octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids. What are the tetrahedral voids? What are the octahedral voids? Write down, students. Voids are empty spaces. Voids are empty spaces. In 3D there are two types of voids. One is tetrahedral voids. Write down. Tetrahedral voids. Another one is octahedral voids. Number of tetrahedral voids, the formula already I have given, 2Z. Number of octahedral voids is Z. You must remember the formula. Okay, so what are tetrahedral voids? What are octahedral voids? Spherical atoms, whenever closely packed in 3D in different layers, like that, let three spheres are closely packed like that. This is the two-dimensional in one plane. So this depression, this void is called triangular voids. Triangular voids. Now, when the spherical ball of second layer put it on this depression like that, this is the second layer, spherical ball is put it on the depression of the first layer, then still inside the two layers there is a void. That void is surrounded by how many spheres? 4 spheres. 3 on the first layer and that another one is top. So there are 4 spheres surrounding the voids in 3 dimension tetrahedral arrangement. You know tetrahedral arrangement, 109.5 degree arrangement. So these 4 spheres, 1, 2, 3 and the top 4 spheres surrounding the void tetrahedrally. So this is called tetrahedral voids. This is called tetrahedral voids. This type of tetrahedral voids in HCP or CCP arrangement is 2Z. Double of the number of spheres present in the unit cell. This is a formula you have to remember. Okay. So now what are octahedral voids? Octahedral voids like that. Students, write down very carefully. Let this void, okay, when the spheres of the next layer is put it like that, 3 layers means 2 triangular voids. In the first layer, the void is a triangular voids. Another 3 sphere on the second layer is put it here partially. another triangular voids. So in between the two layers, the internal void is surrounded by 6 pairs. 3 on first layer, 3 on second layer. So this void is surrounded by how many spheres? 6 spheres. Okay? Octahedrally. 6 spheres. So that void is called what? Octahedral voids. A void in 3D that is surrounded by 6 spheres octahedrally. That is the octahedral voids. Number of octahedral void in SCP or CCP equal to Z. This is formula. So students, I hope you understand about packing in solids, how the spherical atoms are packed together, and what is the packing efficiency in HCP structure, CCP structure, FCC, BCC structure, simple primitive structure, and relation between ARD given already, and what the packing efficiency and the voids, percentage of voids, and how many voids, how many tetrahedral, how many octahedral void present in HCP, CCP structure already discussed. Okay, so today whatever we have discussed, applying these, I am giving some home task for you. On next class, whenever I will discuss another part, then I will ask to you that you have prepared these homeworks or not. So write down very carefully. Home task for today. Students, write down important problem. Atoms of element B. Write down. Atoms of element B. Atoms of element B form HCP structure. Form HCP structure. Okay, write down. And atoms of element A, atoms of element A occupy 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? What is the formula of the compound solid structure? So whatever we have discussed today, applying these, you can easily do this problem. Whatever we have discussed. Giving some hints for you. Atoms of element B. So in that solid structure there are two different types of atoms, A and B. Atoms of B element form the HCP structure, that is hexagonal close packing structure. Okay? And atoms of element A occupy 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. What is the formula? So very important. HCP means what? Already I have discussed, Z equal to 6. That is atoms of element B form HCP, that is in one unit cell number of B atoms equal to 6 per unit cell. There are 6 atoms of B per unit cell. Per unit cell. Okay? And atoms of A element occupy 2/3 of tetrahedral void. Already I have discussed number of tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral void equal to what? 2Z. 2 into Z means 6. That is 12. So atoms of A, what? Number of tetrahedral void is 2Z, 12. But all the tetrahedral voids are not occupying by the atoms of A. Only 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. So number of A atoms will be 2/3 of 12. That is 8. So number of atoms of A and B per unit cell in this structure, A is 8, B atoms is 6. The simple ratio will be what? 4:3. So the formula of the compound is how many? A4, B3. This is the formula of the compound. This type of problem is very important for your board exam as well as for competitive examination. So whatever we have discussed today, various types of close packing, HCP, CCP structure, clearly I have discussed. And the formula of the number of tetrahedral voids, number of octahedral voids also given. Applying that, these type of word problems are very important for you board exam as well as for competitive examination. Okay, so do this problem, and there are a lot of problems in your NCERT textbook. you have to revise at home. Okay, students? So, today I am concluding here. On next class, we will discuss about crystal defects. Whatever student we have discussed in various types of cross packing, in 3 dimension, crystalline structure, definite geometry, whatever we have discussed, atoms are closely packed together in a regular manner to form a definite geometry. That is the ideal crystal. But generally, atoms are not located at the ideal site. Due to various reasons, some particles, ions, atoms may be displaced from its original lattice site. As a result, imperfection, that is defects, arises. So what are the various kinds of imperfections? What are the various kinds of defects? We'll discuss on the next class. Okay, thereby we'll discuss about the properties of solid, electrical properties, magnetic properties. This is our curriculum in this chapter. On next class, we'll discuss defects and the magnetic properties, electrical properties of solid structure. Okay, thank you. See you again.